Brahm has a question. Really, I think the question is really about moving the profit target. So that way price can't hit that profit target. All right, yeah, so let's see how to set up a trailing action for a profit target here, so we can move our profit target. Okay, let's clear out the stop loss. And so this profit target is going to start off as a 30 tick. Here, let's go to the options tab and go into the initial placement there, and we'll increase that to 30 ticks. All right, and then in the trailing actions for the profit target, let's set that to custom. Add a trailing rule here. There you go. All right, so we're now going to move this profit target to 40 ticks. Let's see here. When there's, all right, yeah, so at 10 ticks of profit, yeah, we'll move this profit target here. Okay, so in the trigger, we're going to use the interval. And so there we go. Just enable the ticks of movement. That's already set up for us. And by chance, the default there is 10 ticks. So there we go. So this trigger will look for the market to move, 10 ticks in a profitable direction there. And then the action is we're going to move this profit target. So we're not going to move it to the last price. We're actually going to take, I guess, in case you have, since we're trading, 10 contracts here, right, we might get a split fill. So let's use the average entry price just for good measure. And then we'll put in 40 ticks, just like so. All right, so take the average entry price and then add 40 tick offset to that. And there we have it. So there is, I think that really this is the key to Brahm's question there. So just set up your trigger there for when you want that profit target to move. And then in the action, right, you're going to take the entry price and then add however many ticks of offset you want. All right, and then let's repeat this for the stop loss here. Oh, actually, 20 ticks, sorry. Okay, hold on. Actually, this profit target here was supposed to move, there we go, based on 20 ticks. There we go, 20 ticks of profit. Okay, so now let's go and set up the stop loss. So I'm going to start off by using this 10 tick stop loss that has a break-even trailing rule there built into it. So it's utilize that one here. All right, and so the stop loss just starts off at 10 ticks there. So the initial placement, that's good to go, no changes. So let's go to the trailing actions here, and this is what we'll need some changes here. All right, let's see here. So Brahm wants to use a break-even +5 at 20 ticks of profit. There we go. So we'll adjust the name there. And then we go into the trigger and adjust this as well. There we go. So we're looking for 20 ticks of profit. And then the action, right, is break even is the entry price. And we want to add 5 ticks there. So increase the offset to 5 ticks. And there we have it. Now, if you still want to keep the trailing rule here, then we need to go into the trigger and make sure that these two triggers match each other, right? Because as we, if you read this, right, the 10 tick trailing, it's going to start trailing at 12 ticks of profit there, right? 12 ticks of movement. So obviously we want the trailing, typically you want this trailing to wait until the break even occurs. Right, so let's go in here and we'll adjust this to 20 ticks as well. There we go. So now our 20 ticks of profit, are set to both of these trailing rules here. So there we have it. Oh, and let's see, this is a 10 tick stop loss. So yeah, there's no comment about how far behind the stop loss will trail. So I'll just leave that at 10 ticks. There. Okay. So you can see essentially what, the trailing rules that we kind of set up here. It's just the same process for your profit target. Just be mindful, in the actions, be mindful that for a profit target, you're using positive value numbers here, right? So in other words, you want to add 40 ticks to whatever, your base price is, right? So our base price is the entry price, right? Whereas with stop losses, right, stop losses are going to be a negative value. All right. And let's see. All right, good. Looks like the market's going to be moving up here. So hopefully we'll get a trade signal here in just a moment. Oh, we got a short. Yeah. Yeah, the market, the NQ is really sluggish today. Let's see. You know what? I'll just force it there. Oh, shoot. Maybe I shouldn't have. Yeah. Try it again. Yeah, I can see that market will start to move up here, but yeah, right now we're definitely in a little bit of a dead period. There we go. And that profit target jumped up. Boy, it all happened so quickly. Yeah, that just goes to show, man, how fast the markets are moving these days. All right, so I think we're done with this question here. Brom says, "Nice to see it working." Yeah, one thing I guess I should emphasize, that you should, whenever you're building your system here, whenever you're building your trailing rules, right? Definitely test them out, in incremental stages, right? Yeah. Do plenty of testing there to make sure everything looks like it's working correctly, right? Because it is, it's human nature, and it's really easy human nature to, make mistakes, such as forgetting to put in or accidentally deleting the negative sign, or forgetting to put in the negative sign, right? So, so always double check and triple check your work when you've set up some trailing rules here. Always go in there and test it out. So, and if you need to, I mean, sometimes if I need to, I'll disconnect my live data feed and use the simulated data feed. So that way you can force certain market conditions, to force your trailing rules, to activate there. That way you can test all the different scenarios that the market might throw at your system there.